Thank you. We are working on that. I'll tell you, I think we're here. Okay. Live on Facebook. Hey, we are live on Facebook today. Lori, where are you? I see you somewhere.
I'm here.
Hey, how are you?
Yeah, everyone. Well, you know what? This is the first Wednesday of the year. Could you believe that? Today is the first Wednesday. It's the 6th. And I'm excited to be here. I know the weather out there kind of looks like it's gloomy out there, but that's what January is all about in Chicago area. I hope if anybody's in the sunshine states that they're enjoying their weather. We have somebody very awesome today to talk to. We're so excited about it. So I'm going to hand it over to you, Debbie, so you could introduce her.
Sounds great. Thanks, Laura. Well, like Lori said, we're so excited. This is the first day we're kicking it off, and I'm so excited about how we're kicking it off. We've got Linda Lalonde here with us today, and Linda's actually local. She grew up in the area, I assume. She's going to tell us more, but Lori knows her a little bit more than I do from past. She actually will explain how that connection is. But what's really unique and awesome is Linda's got such a background in naturopath, and she's going to explain what she does, and we're just so happy that she can help us kick off our reset 2021 and get your health back on track, whatever it is that you need to do. So with that, Linda, I'm going to actually turn it right over to you, and thank you for being with us this morning.
Thanks, you guys. I'm really happy you asked me to be on today, because this is totally what I do all the time, is the reset. So reset is the perfect word. I'm just going to tell you a little bit about what I have going on here, because a lot of people walk past me downtown downers and they're like, what is she doing there? So I'm going to try to help you get through that and figure this out. I own a retail store, but I'm a naturopath. I have my CNH piece, which is a certified natural health professional, and I'm a health coach. I'm also trained in live blood analysis. So I've been doing this for about 18 years. I did grow up in the area. My husband knows Lori more than I do. They go way back, high school back. I did grow up in the area though, and I got involved in natural health 18 years ago when I was diagnosed with MS. I have 5 kids, and my youngest was 2 when I lost all the feeling on the left side of my body. We went to all the doctors. Jude dragged me everywhere, my husband Jude, and same thing, you're going to be in a wheelchair. There's just nothing we can do. And I had a sister-in-law who said, you know what, you need to see a naturopath. And I'm like, I don't even know what that is, but fine, whatever. I was pretty desperate. I was like, wheelchair is not an option here. So I went to a naturopath who actually said, if you fix your gut, you're going to fix all these problems. And I was like, okay, but I was so desperate. I would try anything. I did her regimen for a year, and it's been 18 years and I haven't had a symptom of MS at all. So I do believe in gut health. That's what I help people do all day long, every day at my shop. I've also had, 8 years ago, I had a heart attack out of stress. Wow. And 2 years ago, I had a stroke. So I have to have it all to help people, I swear to God. Mm-hmm. But anyway, I am all about gut health, and it's the big picture. So when I work with people in my shop, I work with the big picture. So when I work on resetting somebody, it's not just about food. It's not just about stress. It's not just about toxins. It's about everything and getting everybody back in line. So when you're working with the gut, I'm just going to give you a little short gut health talk here. When you're working with the gut, in theory, it should be 80% of the good bacteria and 20% of the bad bacteria. In reality, it's not that for anybody. Everybody's is off track. And the reason it falls off track is because we come out 100% awesome, and immediately we're picking up our mom's microbiome. Maybe we had an antibiotic or 2, which is our generation, and it throws that microbiome out of whack. So when it's out of whack, your body is always playing catch up. And because God is so good, we get away with it for a very long time. Sometimes you don't get away with it for a very long time. I got away with it till I was 40. And when I was 40, my gut being out of whack made I wasn't firing right. I wasn't thinking right. So it messed with my nervous system. So for everybody, it looks different when the gut's out of whack. So for little kids, it may look like eczema, diaper rash, ADD. As you get to be a teenager, a little bit more, it'll look like acne or stress, anxiety, hormonal issues. As you get older, as you guys know, the ball just gets bigger and bigger issues come up. So when you think about the microbiome, I want to show you this little picture. It affects everything. So when I work with somebody, it's not just for just weight loss or just skin issues. It's to get the whole gut back to where it should be, back into balance. So to do that, it's a little bit of a process. It does take work to restore the microbiome, but it's not a hard job. It's just a very detailed job, and it takes time. So I love working with weight loss because that's the easiest thing to get rid of, because for most people, it's metabolic dysfunction and their metabolism has stalled, and it's just stalled because of time. And so they could be working out every day and eating nothing and not lose weight. So I love that when we go in and we start fixing the gut and we start restoring the balance, the weight just comes off. Bad bacteria can weigh up to 10 pounds. Inflammation can weigh up to 10 pounds. So that's the easy part. The weight's the easiest part. What I really love working with is helping people get their digestion back in line, helping with the stress, helping with the depression. You know, serotonin, melatonin made in the gut. 70 to 80% of your immune system's in your gut. It's all these factors. But when I start sitting down with somebody and working with somebody, I tell them right from the get-go, this is like a basement rehab. We're going to clear out all the junk, and we're only going to put in what's supposed to be in, because then your body can start healing itself. So I love what I do. I have hundreds of clients. I teach gut health all over the country. I just because I believe in it all day long. I've seen so many awesome things happen for people when they go in and they start from the beginning, and they're not just throwing more stuff at the problem. So January is my biggest time, but having said that, almost every month is a good month because people are always in need of help. I do that all day long at the shop, and I love it. That's my story. But also at my shop, wait, I gotta tell you what else is at the shop. We also have, because absolutely you have to address toxins and stress. I have an acupuncturist. She also does cupping. She does the ear seeds, that helps with the acupressure. And we have infrared sauna to help bring it down, let people relax. So I do a lot here, but it's the whole picture. We work with the entire body, and we try to get all factors in line, not just food, because it's not just about the food. I think we were talking about that a little bit earlier.
I want to add one thing. I want to say,
yes.
I'm very impressed because I didn't know exactly what your whole, focus was. And I love what you have. And I know there's going to be people out there going to say, okay, so Linda, how do you help me if I live close, but how do you help me if I don't live around here?
So I always tell people when they come in, there's one of three ways I can help you. I can troubleshoot and find something on my shelf. I carry supplements, and I can try to help you like with digestion for right now, or I carry CBDs. I can help you calm down. I can troubleshoot that way. What I prefer to do is I work with people on a 3-month program where I see them every week. I'm here for the accountability every week. I'm making sure that their goals are being met. I'm helping them get all their ducks in a row. I love doing that physically on site, but I also have a lot of clients right now in different parts of the country that I just do Zoom. And I can do it equally as well. It's just getting to know their story and then personalizing a program that they can actually go out and do. So it's not a diet. It's more, let's make the lifestyle changes we need, because when you get everything in line and things start working right, you just feel good, and it's a different way of looking at it. I think it's not just this diet. It's not January, we're done. It's just it's a lifestyle, and it's a dang good lifestyle when you get there.
Well, and I'm going to say this, and then I'm going to turn it to Lori for some stuff. I want to say that I think we take advantage of our bodies. I think everybody does. I think everybody doesn't realize that if you treat it good. I mean, you used an amazing analogy about the basement cleanup thing. I always love to use the analogy too of a car, the dashboard on your car. And if you're depleted in different areas, and it lets you know, and you see that, but sometimes you don't know that because you're just continually doing all these things, and the toxins, the EMF, the things that we get from the environment, the things from some of the bad foods, and the unhealthy habits that we all do from time to time, So, I mean, I think that, and also our bodies were designed to do so much for us and be able to fight off and help us be healthy. But we're actually doing ourselves a disservice if we're not taking care of them, So absolutely.
Well,
go ahead.
I think the thing you have to remember too is that the gut can be off since the day you were born.
Mhm.
You know, this is not something you're doing. I have so many clients that come in and they think, oh my gosh, I'm weak, or I just can't control my cravings and I don't know how to lose weight. And it blows my mind, because once we start and they understand that this is not about them being weak, you know, if you have a bad gut and your gut microbiome is out of whack, dysbiosis is going on, sugar is 8 times more addicting than cocaine. It's literally going to step over your brain to be fed. It is not you being weak. So once we cut that sugar out and once we get some balance back to the body and it's running the way it's intended to run, it's just watching, it's just checking off. Okay, we solved that, we solved that, we solved that. It's a different way of looking at it, but it's a little bit hard because, you know, we have to kind of get rid of all these notions we've done forever, like with calorie counting and all that garbage, and go to thinking about, is everything I'm putting in making a difference? You know what I'm saying?
That was awesome. Awesome. Laura, I'm going to turn it to you. I know you have questions.
Oh yeah, I just have a lot of Linda, this is awesome. Did you know I have MS?
I did not know that.
Yeah, since 1990, and I've been down a roller coaster. Well, I'm doing pretty good, but I have all my other issues. Do you find that you have a lot of clients that are on a lot of medication, and do you work with them to try to get off some of these medications? I know you're not a doctor, but
right,
you know, to get that, do they, how do I want to say this? Do they find that they're getting better with your way of doing things and they don't need all these medications?
well, that's the goal. Having said that, I am not a doctor, so I cannot prescribe, diagnose, or treat. But the goal is, when I'm working with any client, is to get them to a position that they can go have those conversations with medications.
Right.
Yeah.
Because the problem is because I take a lot of medications and I know a lot of people that do. And I think a lot of these medications cause a lot of side effects.
Oh, yeah.
That just makes things into a spiral. And I know a lot of people that are suffering with this. And that's why I'm asking, because of my situation, and not that it's about me, but I know I have a lot of friends and people that follow me on Facebook that have the same issues. So that's really good to know, because we have got on all these medications.
Oh, I have every imaginable thing comes in my door that people have, and they usually dump a container on my desk, and they're like, okay, what are we going to do here? And you know, the first thing we have to do is start with the 3 top things that destroy a gut: your stress level, the toxins in the environment, which would be a lot of those medications as well, and what are you eating? And, you know, what are you eating? You know, we need to kind of get a handle on it all. So I help them organize it, create a plan, and then hopefully in a short amount of time, they can go back and start having conversations with their doctor about their plan. Because in all reality, you're the GP. So what you really need is a plan. So most people that come in here, they're searching for that. We're trying to figure out, you know, what would be the logical route. You know, you want a strong immune system. If serotonin, melatonin, all that's made in the gut, fix that. And, you know, things are going to come in line. Typically, like the most interesting things is how fast cholesterol comes in line when we start eating the right foods. As I said, it's not the easiest plan, because we're going to eliminate some sugar and we're going to get the body to start doing what it's supposed to, but it's definitely worth it because it's a long-term plan.
That sounds great. Yeah, no, that's great. I like your idea of approach there. That's awesome. And I know a lot of people could really use your, you know, work with you on that really need it. Because like me, you know, I still suffer even though I take all these medications for things. And that's what happens to a lot of people. They get in this roller coaster of medications, you know, and it's like back to the doctor for this and that and the other thing. So that's great to know. Also, I'm glad that you do this whole Zoom thing, because there is a lot of people with the pandemic and stuff that don't want to leave their house. So I think that's great. Now, how do we set this up with you? Do we call you and make an appointment, or okay?
You can
And
just
how
call the
long?
shop. I'll put all my information on there. You can just call the shop. I typically do most of my consults early in the morning before the stores open because
Yeah.
it takes time. People have a long story. So I usually allow like 90 minutes the first appointment,
Okay.
just because you have to hear everything. But you can just call the shop and I can set that up. I'll figure out a way to help you one way or another, whether we have to Zoom it or go live, we'll figure out a way.
That is awesome. I think that's great that you're making yourself convenient for people to meet with you, because everybody's in this. A lot of people don't want to leave their house, or like in my case, I don't drive, so this would be something really good. So
Mhm.
Debbie, with that, do you have any more questions?
Well, I just want to say that what you gave us in a very short period of time was very
Yeah.
powerful. You know what I mean? I know that we're on a time frame, and I want to say that this is going to be up on our Facebook, page. We're going to have Linda's going to have all her information that she's going to actually add to that. We can also find it again on my YouTube page, and I encourage everybody to really look into this, because I feel like if you're serious, or if you're on here and you know someone who could use this. Linda's
Mhm.
so down to earth, so easy to talk to, and don't feel
Mhm.
like, that this is something that is, yes, it's a personal thing, and it's a thing that you want to go talk to somebody. And if anybody, having someone like Linda who can dissect it for you and come up with a healthy, great way that you can get yourself a reset, please do. Please check into it, and with that, we're very excited. And I think at that, I'm going to have you close it out, Laura.
Oh, I just want to say thanks again, Linda. You're wonderful. And what's really nice too is you've walked the walk. So
Yeah.
you've understand. It's not like you're somebody that's just doing this. You've walked the walk, and that's
Good point.
really important for people
Yep.
struggling. With that, I want to say thank you. And I'm going to also share it on my Facebook page, and Debbie will probably share it on her Facebook page
Yep.
too. But I thank you. And I just want to say we're looking forward to talking to you more. And I just want to say thank you. And I hope everybody has a wonderful day.
Great.
All
Thank you
right.
so much
Thanks.
again. Thanks for
Bye.
staying with us.
Thanks.
Bye,
Bye.
ladies.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.